right. We should get cameras popping up. Yay! Yay, all the cameras popped up. Happy Friday, everybody. It's August 6, 2021, and we're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition tonight. Yeah! Empire of the Ghouls, a Midgard campaign setting, and our DM tonight is Mata Curie. Take us away, please, sir.
All right, and welcome to session 20 of Empire of the Ghouls. We're working our way right on through it. Brief recap. First thing to start off with was we're really happy Robin's back. So kind of for her benefit and for everybody else who doesn't remember what we did 2 weeks ago, the party has been traveling from Jost, and while you were in Jost, you were asked to look into this small town of Carvolia because there seemed to be something going on in that region. And after visiting the town and very, very briefly observing the people in the town, you all decided that the best course of action was to head straight to the catacombs and invade it. So you guys went into the catacombs and fought a bunch of undead, and then fought some more undead, and then fought a few non-undead bugbear and domovoy, and rescued a couple of prisoners, and ended up in this. You discovered this hidden kind of secret hallway that you guys have now waded. You found yourselves into this hidden hallway, and you marched up. And the area where you're currently at is you can see the back of a door. It's like the backside of the hidden door with the mechanism. You can see how to open it, but you don't know yet what is beyond. So that's kind of where we left off. You're here in this catacombs. So what do you guys want to do?
Just going to continually walk to the back of Terry until he moves.
I guess we should open that door.
Is the door by me?
You're standing.
Yeah, let's open the door, guys. I'm not good at checking for traps. Does anybody else want to sneak up here and do that?
Quint can.
This is the backside of a secret door. I don't think it would be trapped.
You never know.
I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna investigate it.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Looking for traps.
Investigation is not so great, but at least I'm trained in it. Ah, what do you know?
Too bad. And you search through that that little area, and you do not find any traps on the back of that door.
Like, it's not trapped.
All right. I'll try to just see if there's an easy way to open it, and if not, I'll just start bashing it down.
Yeah, it's definitely easy enough to open. The mechanism's right in front of you. It looks like it might be more difficult to open from the other side, but from here it looks pretty straightforward.
I think you just pull that lever right there.
But I want to bash it down.
Well, let's pull the lever first, and then if it doesn't work, then you can bash it down.
All right, I'll pull the lever.
All right, so you pull the lever and open the door. Hold on before you move. I'll describe what you see. The carved stone doors. Wait. Oh, sorry. This massive chamber is divided into kind of 3 distinct areas. There is a grim entryway that fills the southern portion of the chamber. There are bas reliefs of skeletal forms that jut from the walls and reach down from the ceiling, while the floor itself appears to be made of a carpet of bones. Stairs rise from out of the bones and lead into this central area. In the central area consists of 4 large, they look like vats, and there is a very strong smell of blood in the air. It's just this, you can kind of hear this little bubbling coming from the vats. There's blood, kind of little spills of blood coming over the rim as blood bubbles and undulates within the cauldrons. And then carved along the sides and on the floor are a variety of magical runes. And magical sparks seem to flow along the runes, up and down, and then down into the floor. At the north end is a cross-shaped dais at the center of the northern wall, and it features a magnificent and terrifying statue of the Red Goddess. Kneeling before is a priestess in blood-stained robes with her head bowed in prayer.
Is the secret door silent?
Yeah, how quiet was the halfling?
There was no attempt to open it with stealth. There was no stealth attempt to open it, so
No.
not particularly quiet, no. And you can hear her talking. This lady kneeling at the altar, and she appears to be talking to Morena, the Red Goddess. Some kind of chanting, some kind of religious thing that you're not really sure what she's doing, but she's frequently talking as if she's talking directly to Morena.
So I'm
Can we
going
make?
to
go ahead.
grab my shield, my holy symbol, and whisper to Sif, and I'm going to use my channel divinity.
Okay.
There's a priestess up there. I mean, the only person that really can see is probably Tarian, right?
Yeah. Tarian is the only one who can really see into it. If you move into his space, you could, but he's the only one that can see. All right, Tarian, stop. And as you step into that square right there, the floor that you are standing on, you can see is just like a carpet of bones, and it begins to undulate and wiggle and move. And we are going to do this.
Is it initiative?
It is.
It's initiative.
Hey,
Give me 1 second.
You are fighting osteoporosis.
As from the floor, you see the bones begin to coalesce and form up.
How is that skeleton buff? I'm so confused.
He's got like like horrible bone tumors.
the wind
look
blew his
buff.
jacket a fluffy.
He's not fat, he's thick boned.
Blink's like trying to see past customer support bot. Like, what's going on up there?
Tyrion's confused because he's oddly attracted to this one in the middle top.
patronizing
And
lisp.
Tyrion, you feel the floor beneath you moving as one pops up right beneath you, and we'll fill that square.
He doesn't like end up on the shoulders like a kid riding with fathers.
Right.
Smashing
and,
its skull in.
that- We are gonna go ahead and start initiative. And Quint, you get to go first, as these skeletons are.
Yeah, Quint is going to try to shoot this one with his bow. That's what he likes to do. -2, I would say.
Yes, through Tyrion.
I mean, Tyrion's
Wait,
pretty small and all, but
Halflings don't provide cover, right? They don't block.
oh, so you couldn't use one for a shield, and
I mean, you went prone, you could.
This halfling
yeah.
is probably mad in taking up room.
Okay. halfling-
Longbow, twang.
That is a hit.
Nice little delay there. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll bonus action dash too. I want to get out of everyone's way, so I'm gonna just come down here.
Okay, you can go back down the hallway.
Yeah. And that's it.
All right, so this lousy sickened frown he looks around at you and sees Tyrion coming through, and grabs a short sword which was buried in the rubble with him, and he comes tearing right towards you, Tyrion. And he cannot quite make it. So he is going to come right up to you, but he won't be able to do anything because he had to take the dash action.
Tyrion, you have light cast on something. I forgot what we did that on.
It's a weapon. It's my weapon, so I can see, because I'm a crappy robot.
Tyrion, I said.
I think I had like a ball of light, didn't I?
Yeah, you have a drift globe, and
Oh, that's right.
he also has his axe glows because I touched it. Like I put one of my artificer things on it.
I
You
just
can have
produce
more than
all
one
sorts
of
of
those
light.
to attack.
I can have a couple of them. Like I don't even know how many. I'd have to check.
Oh, it's just cool.
So, it's very small. It's like it sheds bright light in 5 feet and dim light for another 5 feet. So it's not a very large area.
So it's enough to find your drift globe in your bag and pull it out. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Now,
like using your phone to find a flashlight.
Also in the room are two sources of light, these two large braziers that are glowing in a dull, kind of reddish light.
Well, we got party vision on. I clicked on Tyrion, and I'm like, wow, the place is lit up like a Christmas tree.
Well, yeah, the whole room is partially illuminated with the braziers.
Everybody else was just behind a wall.
All right. So the kneeling priestess looks up at the statue in front of her, Terry, and you can see her, and in kind of a loud voice, she says, look how they storm about our holy sepulchre, red goddess. Tyrion.
All right. Is there a skeleton in the same space as the one that died, or is that just the dead skeleton?
No, that's just the dead one.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. I couldn't tell for sure. So Tyrion wants to get out of the way a little. I think he'll go down over here. And the skeleton like popping up beneath him definitely made him angry. Usually has to work a little harder to get angry. This time that weirded him out. And I'll go for this one with the lousy frown because he looks sickened.
Yeah, halflings don't normally have to defend from like attacks that are lower than they are.
Right? That was really weird for him. So he's gonna go after him with his battle axe.
Okay.
Only if they're fighting kobolds.
And that's a hit. This is the guy that ran up on you. As you shatter him, drop him to the floor.
And then I have my second attack. Then we'll go after this guy.
That guy ducks out of the way. Oh, he doesn't seem to be trying very hard to dodge. This guy grabs his little short sword and pokes at you. And completely misses. And that's all he can do.
Like Porky Pig. That's all,
Yeah,
folks.
his bone tumors got in the way of him getting down that far.
Yep. It's too low.
Blink will move into the room, and let's see which ones of these guys are dead. All right, there's a couple of them. He'll move into there and then pull out his wand and just shoot a firebolt at the oddly fit skeleton.
All right.
Because he doesn't like
Bones
that.
are in good shape and it's all polished and.
Yeah, he doesn't like that there's a skeleton that has more muscles than he does. That's just wrong. Right. So after he explodes the skeleton and probably gets like bone dust all over Tyrion, he will move out of the way, and then the cannon will give out some temporary hit points to the people in the hallway.
Oh, I
Which
didn't know you can move
most-
up there. You can move up there?
Oh, can I? It
Yep.
looks like just stairs.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought that was the door there, and that was just a wall. But
The doorway was kind of along here and along here. And so you opened it up, and so now you can see up into this whole hallway thing. It's not just that one. It's not just here.
Okay, good. I made that assumption. I probably should have asked
Nope,
first. But
good.
all right. Anyway, yeah, Blink will move up. The cannon will move a little, and then he's done.
that's why you questioned me why I went back down the hallway. You're like, why is he going down the hallway? He can just go over there.
All right. Now, the red sister stands up and again looks up to her goddess and says, "Red goddess, grant me your blood and your power." And you see one of these vats sparkle and crackle with energy, and the energy flies to her, and she looks down at you. And give me 1 second. There she is.
Like a Alka-Seltzer and coffee, an Alcava.
Sister Alcala, yeah. Where the heck is her? There it is.
Yeah, when you open up the NPC sheet, it's like goes off the top and goes way down. You got to scroll.
Yeah, this is one of those that has a lot. So she begins casting a spell, and is going to cast a spell kind of towards you guys.
Counterspell? Anybody?
Yeah. Counterspell or nope, no attempt at a counterspell. All right. Well, then blink.
See, we got an idea what level the spell is, so he said attempt. He said attempt.
Blink. As she finishes waving her arms and doing her little verbal thing, this wave of dark energy kind of washes over you, and you feel your skin just begin to dehydrate and dry out as you make a Constitution saving throw.
I assume you're gonna push it.
Gonna push that.
Nice.
Which you make, so you will take half as much damage.
Still a lot of dice.
As this wave of necrotic energy floods through your system and your lips are parched and they start to bleed and crack, and just like all the moisture has been sucked out of you.
Oh, that took away all my temp hit points too, and did 8 on top of that. That must have been like about 20 damage.
19.
Was you took half at 19.
Or 25, actually.
Holy cow!
Oh, that was a save, yeah.
The full roll was 40.
Phew. That was not a cantrip. Not a cantrip. Nope.
If it was, we're in trouble.
If it was, run away.
All right, and after she casts that spell, she looks down at Tarian and says, I think that one would be perfect as a meal for my blood pudding. And she casts another spell.
First dried meats and now blood pudding?
And you see this ray shoot from her fingers and heads straight towards you, Tyrion. And it's this black beam of energy that springs forward from her fingers, which you manage to dodge out of the way as it strikes the pile of bones near your feet. She sighs again and looks down at you. Their blood isn't worthy to fill these cauldrons, Crimson Mother.
We should poison the cauldrons.
She casts another spell.
Oh, come on.
And you notice in each of these times, one of these cauldrons lights up with magical energy and flies towards her.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee in one of them. Wait, I can't. I have no.
Oil?
Yeah, I have no. I can't mixture it.
Yeah, but can't you dump a bunch of mayonnaise in it?
I do have a vial of poison and a vial, some oil, and I could mayonnaise one. That's 3 of them. I'm sure none of those things are good for blood.
I know
And-
if you put too much mayonnaise in the blood, then you're gonna get plaque.
Is that true, Robin? You're the closest thing to a medical professional I have. Is mayonnaise in blood bad?
It causes plaque.
Hmm.
It's probably fine.
It's fine.
Where'd it go?
It's not like it's got raw eggs in it.
As you hear this loud gonging sound ring through the entire room. But Tyrion, you managed to make your saving throw.
Man, I'm lucky tonight.
Hopefully those were big spell slot she's wasting on our hardiest adventurer.
All right, so this skeleton comes charging forward and manages to get right into space and takes a swing with his short sword, trying to smack you. And this one manages to connect. It kind of scrapes off the top of your forehead, doing max damage, which is all fully absorbed. This one also comes running towards you and attempts to swing at you with his little short sword. Also hitting. Also fully absorbed, as those temp hit points really come in handy.
During all the magic spells and skeleton attacks, Tyrion's just standing there, arms akimbo, in like a pose. Okay, I guess I'll move up.
Okay.
I want to see where I am before I keep moving, sorry. Click on a party member.
I think my internet might be slow.
It's not showing the ones that are dead as dead anymore.
Just click on the target all button and then clear, and then that'll redraw the.
No, my internet's okay.
Basically, there's 3 dead to the one to the northwest of Tarion, one to the east, and one to the southeast. Yeah, that one's dead.
I'll go up there and I'm going to say, before I kill you all, I must know, what sorting algorithm do you use to find your bones amongst this mess? Is it a bubble sort? Simple selection sort? I have to know, because you guys are really good at it. And then I'm going to attack one of them that's alive.
He says, we use the Dewey Decimal.
That doesn't even make sense.
Smack.
You smash into him with your great sword, critically damaging him as he cackles and laughs at you and says, "Ha ha! We use merge sword."
Oh, thank you, God. Again, thank you, I say, as he crumbles into dust.
As his bones go into the recycle bin automatically. Yeah.
See, now the sexy one gets up and he's very curvaceous and he pulls out a little short bow and is going to take a shot at Tarion with a short bow.
I'm too sexy for my sword. Too
And
sexy.
roll critical hit on Tarion with his sexy short bow. Actually doing 1 point of damage.
I shoot you on the catwalk with my bow. Yeah. You guys actually have 2 of my mugs? Husband and wife?
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought
Yeah,
they
we're
were
not
sharing the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're cheap. We didn't buy 2.
I just
We
drink
just
out
pass
of
it back and forth.
I drink out of the left side and she drinks out of the right. It's easy. Yeah, we can all have one. Yeah.
All right. So.
Turvis too.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's
that's
small.
cool.
It's the same size as the cup.
Nice. I like that.
Blink, from where you're at, you see that cauldron of blood in front of you. It begins churning and boiling much more violently, and it begins to overflow the cauldron as you see a head rise out of its crimson depths. Blood flows down its face and neck as dead eyes open wide. The rest of this body emerges, and as blood continues to run down its arms and chest. Then the blood zombie opens its mouth and screams. And this is what it looks like. Come on, where is it?
So it sounds like somebody yodeling while gargling, probably.
Oh, that
He's
thing's
got, like-
ugly.
He's got like bits of armor on too. Nice.
Yeah, and he climbs out of the vat and comes right towards you, Blink. Oop, that was... how did I do that? I clicked on the wrong... I changed the initiative. There.
Humiliating legwork. He walks like what's her face from Seinfeld? Elaine dances.
It kind of oozes its way down towards you, screaming the entire time in this horrific spray of blood spittle coating you as it screams at you, and brings out one fist and tries to slam into you with his fist.
What
Ooh,
square is it in?
I
It's
think
a large- in all four squares.
I would like to use my reaction and cast shield.
Okay. Oh, sorry, never mind. It is medium.
Oh.
All right, so you cast shield. I misread it. It is medium. All right, so this zombie slams into you and doesn't do any damage.
And Blink like collects some of the blood that it like gets on himself and like puts it in a vial for later.
Like smacks him in the helmet, and he's just like,
Yeah, he's just
This one comes rushing towards customer support bot, swinging his short sword wildly.
Hello.
And did I not target you? I didn't target you. Customer support bot. As he hits you and slams into you with his short sword for a tiny little bit, which has all been absorbed by the temporary hit points.
The cannon is my best friend.
is that cannon still active? That's where Quint's there. He's like hugging the cannon.
yeah.
As magical titter skeleton goes after Tyrion. Oh, my fantasy guns froze for a second. There it goes.
I picture Quint standing over it like a kid stands with a robe over a vent in the winter, you know, just trying to capture it all.
Like in a red dress over a vent hole in New York City.
Oh yeah, Marilyn Monroeing it totally, except with
Yeah.
cannon healing goop, so
And
a lot
velvet-
more X-rated.
Yeah, and the
That's
cloak
gonna
of
be a pain
velvet
to clean
kind.
later.
It's a cloak of velvet kind that's flapping around.
And this one ducks low and kind of slices Tyrion across the abdomen. And Sir Tegas.
So I could see these two vats in front of me as the woman was casting her spells. Did they both have things aid her in her casting?
Every time she's cast something, you've seen these vats light up with magical energy.
All right, so including the one where the zombie came out.
Yep.
All right, that's what I want to clarify. I'm going to move 45 feet. Oh, that's right. I couldn't cut the corner. I lied. I'm going to move 40 feet. And while I'm running, I'm drawing out my vial, my flask of holy water, and I'm going to dump it into the vat.
Okay.
And as I do so, I'm also praying to Sif and casting divine favor on myself. What is the composition of these vats? Are they like fragile vases that with a simple strike could be crushed?
They're made out of stone. They're stone cauldrons.
And are they rounded on little legs?
No, not on little tiny legs. They're heavily set on the floor. It'll take some damage to break them. I mean, you think they can be broken, but it'll take some work.
All right. So
Upper decker.
so as I finish my turn, I'll apply the effects in a minute. Did the holy water seem to do anything?
You pour it in and it kind of sinks in, but you don't see any other effect yet.
Very well.
Is that it?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. I passed.
Okay. So Sister Alcava turns
Cool.
around, stands up,
She says,
And-
plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
looks to you, Tegas, and says, "That one insults you, Holy Mother. Let me smite him for you." And you can see that she has a very wicked looking mace at her side. And she
I like
comes
this music you found too. This is cool. Is that part of Sirenscape?
Yeah, this is a Sirenscape sound.
Nice.
As she takes a swing at you. Where is her? There it is. With this large mace. And the first one misses as you duck and dodge out of the way, and she comes back again with a backswing. This one manages to bounce off your armor, and you see a smile come across her face as she looks like she's ready to have some fun. Back to the top of the round with Quint.
Quint is going to move forward. And I think I want him to
You are still targeting the skeleton. Just
move to there, and I think I want to take a shot at this guy. Let me clear my targets. How do you clear targets as a player?
in the map, up at the top, there's the targeting buttons. There's a clear targets.
There we go. Any negatives on that blood dude? Blood zombie?
No, not from where you're at.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot him with an arrow. And
That's a hit.
give
Your
him some
arrow
damage.
sticks into him and then begins to ooze downward towards the floor. As you see, the blood is fairly thick, but it's not quite as solid as you might think.
And then I think I'm gonna stay right there.
Expires.
This, yes. This guy isn't actually wearing metal armor, is he?
None of the skeletons are wearing. Let me
The
double check.
blood zombie, though. Like, in his picture, he's got
Oh.
metal stuff on him. Shocking Grasp gives me advantage if he's wearing metal armor.
No, it's not wearing any armor.
Okay. Doesn't hurt to ask. So yeah, I will try to reach out and Shocking Grasp him.
Okay.
Grab his balls. Nice work. Turn your head and cough.
As you reach out and Shocking Grasp him, you see the blood kind of spatter a little bit and shiver as if it's being electrocuted, and then it reforms, and this thing has this big grin still on its face as it does not go down.
All right. So Blink will stay there then and move the cannon up and do some temp hit points.
Aw.
All right. So Sir Tegas, you notice this cauldron lights up with energy again, and it reaches out and kind of flows into Sister Alcava as she smiles at you, and she attacks you with her mace again. Swinging at you for a critical hit. This is gonna hurt. As this necrotic energy smashes into you. You absorb some of it,
Wow.
but it massively hurts as this necrotic wave of energy comes out of her mace and smashes through your defenses.
The blade of Sif is bleeding badly.
And she smiles again at you and says, "These heathens, they will make wonderful sacrifices, even though their blood is not pure enough for my vats." And
We need her to monologue more.
she
More monologue. Ask her questions while she's beating you.
She targets both Tegas and customer support bot.
I have no blood.
That is true. Where is she? There's too many people in the combat tracker. Actually, no, you and Blink. Tegas and Blink. She targets and
Blink's blood
You
is
hear
nowhere
her
near pure. Nowhere near
loud
pure.
ringing sound
No.
echo through the chamber.
Oh, both succeeded.
Both make your saving throw on Toll the Dead. And it's Tyrion.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go after this one that I tried to hit before and missed.
Hmm. The old titter. He's dead.
Great. Great. And I'll go after this other one that I'm right next to.
Smackola. Aw, one.
Wounding him slightly.
Dang it. That's all I got.
He's wizened. He's wizened. Uh-oh, 1 hit point zombie.
1 hit point zombie smiles and jumps at Blink again, tries to slam into him. And Blink manages to duck out of the way and dodges the attack.
Because he's
Sir-
little.
Alright, so I'm going to slash out at this priestess. And as I do so, I'm going to move around. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay. I like this music, Drake, because it wasn't that loud combat battle music that so often Sirenscape uses.
Yeah, it's too loud. It's too loud. I just gave up on it. I even tried to, like, turn it down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's too much work.
Alright, well, 19 missed. So there's
Wow.
I stumble and as trying to overcome the pain from this huge bruise that's on me, broken rib.
Okay. I guess I'll first try to attack the skeleton right up on me.
Get up on me. Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
Wound him.
Lame. I'm going to take the opportunity attack and run up to this lady.
Okay. So he swings at you with his short sword. Manages to hit you. For 1 whopping point of damage. Now this sexy zombie is still focusing on Tyrion with his little short bow and takes a shot at Tyrion with a fumble.
Crit and an automatic miss. Wow.
Yeah, he's averaging them out. And customer support bot, you hear something coming from behind you that direction as you see another one of these things climb over the lip and out and begin wandering towards you. And it is actually running towards you, and it gets to there, but it had to use its dash action, and so it can't do anything. And Sister Alcava looks up at you all and says, This fight is more interesting, but this one is useless. There is no blood to draw. As she targets you. Here we go. And Tegas. With a loud gong ringing out as both of you fail against this Toll the Dead spell that she just cast. As Sir Tegas goes down.
That one's pretty good too. The little heart. That's pretty cool looking.
What was the spell that she did?
Toll of the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Dead.
And she does 2d12 because she's high enough level. And she has a trait that allows her to target 2 people when she casts a spell that does necrotic damage.
She's a sorcerer. We know she's a sorcerer.
She's not. She's a priestess.
I know.
She is just in her most powerful element right now.
Blood.
In her sanctuary, surrounded by 4 cauldrons of enchanted blood. All right, so Skeleton with the intense grin is going to attack Tarion. And crits on Tarion.
Uh-oh.
Battle.
5 bucks.
Partially reducing that. And Sister Alcava sees Sir Tegas down and she laughs. See, my goddess, Sif is not worthy to even be in the same room as you. Take her power as well. And she targets customer support bot.
She has disadvantage from Atomic Hero Squad in the chat.
All right. Chat, if anybody's watching chat, this is a good fight to spend points on. I'm just saying. This is a good fight to spend points on.
I was thinking about it, but I don't have any points. I'm the streamer. I don't get any points. I can't buy anything.
I don't even mind cheaters in the chat on this one, because this one's a tough fight. As she turns to customer support bot and brings out her mace.
Rava's on my side.
As she swings her mace at you.
And a potion of greater healing.
Ah, I thought she had disadvantage. Jesus.
She should have. Let me roll that again.
Don't roll a crit again. That would totally suck.
Okay, I hate you. Quitting game.
Jesus.
This is gonna be
What's
bad.
this extension you're running?
Cheater DM.
Roll crit extension?
It's the 4th crit you've rolled this 4th or 5th.
You critted Tarion. This is the 3rd in a row for your attacks that you've critted, by the way.
Wow.
Goodbye. I'll roll a new character.
Jesus. So, Valtrex bought Sven a potion of greater healing, or actually Tegas, not Sven. Sven doesn't need a potion. We could have done a little lower. Not much, but a little bit.
All right. Wizened Skeleton sees Tarion and goes after him some more with against Tarion. And what is this crits and fumbles? It's like all I'm rolling.
and customer support bot gets a potion of greater healing from Spencer77, cheater in chat.
Thank you, Sven.
Jeez, I mean, John opened it up though.
If you're going to
No,
be a CNC or
Atomic
spend
Hero Squad fired up the chat. He fired
Yeah.
up the chat.
So,
points, cool.
do chat rewards for greater healing potions work on customer support bot?
Yes, chat rewards work regardless.
Oh, good. Because regular healing potions do not work on him, correct? Okay.
No, they just make me messy.
Can you get magical healing from like a cleric?
Yeah, it's weird. If it's like a healing spell that heals and I get half of it.
Wonder if we shove some ointment up orifice, like Keogman's. Does that work?
Oil of healing, rather
I-
than potion of healing.
I do have a spell that can heal him, but it's like it's a second level spell.
And it gives him like 4 hit points or something silly, probably.
Yeah, it's basically cure wounds, but for constructs.
All right, so you got to apply that customer support bot.
Yeah, sorry. Let me.
The wizened skeleton.
I didn't have any potions on me because I do nothing.
Oh, I can do it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and apply that.
Potion
Thank
of
you.
greater healing. Coming, dragon right now. Dragon to support bot.
Is
There
this
you go.
Wizened skeleton attacks Tyrion
There you go.
and
See?
doesn't crit,
Thank you.
but he does hit.
And don't forget to put prone on yourself.
Yeah, you are prone. And
Being a barbarian is funny.
this blood zombie comes trying to slam Blink again. So getting annoyed at not being able to hit Blink. And again splashes his fingers down into the ground. Sister Alcava starts walking away from you two and orders the blood zombie as she walks southward to say, "Throw this garbage of Sith into the vats and extract what you can. The mechanical one can be discarded." So if you want an attack of opportunity, you do get it. She is not expecting you to do anything.
Yes.
He's gonna be at disadvantage because he's prone, though, right?
I'm gonna use my advantage for inspiration to cancel it out.
Go ahead and use your inspiration for that.
Awesome.
Yay! A 2.
As you both swing at her feet and miss, and she walks down to the two of you, smiles, and where did her? And as she's walking, she sees Blink and Quint and begins chanting again, similar to what she has been chanting so far. So you think it's going to be Toll the Dead again. As Quint fails his saving throw, but Blink manages to make the save. And Quint is damaged, so he's going to take the 2d12, which is all fully absorbed.
And Blink gets a potion of greater healing from the chat.
Alrighty. So while you're doing that, this skeleton is going to try to jump on Tarian's back and stab him with his short sword.
It's a little back. It's a little back.
Back, but he manages to catch a
Only
little bit.
Only about this tall.
He's
Spring-
like totally engulfing me when he tried to jump on my head back.
jumping over you,
He trips over you almost.
vaulting over you. That we go to Sir Tegas.
So I have a question because I'm desperately seeking answers. The channel divinity, it is an effect that occurs. It is not concentration. I also am asking this for future reference because I can cast it on other people. When I go down, does it go away or does it stay on?
If it's not concentration, it stays on. It's just the power of your divinity has been channeled into it.
Okay, cool. Because it only lasts 6 rounds. So
Yeah, that's my ruling.
then-
If you
and
go
then-
Yeah,
down,
it's like
go there.
spiritual
Goes
weapon
away.
doesn't go away when you
Yeah.
fall
If you
unconscious either.
concentrate on it, then it stays.
all right, so I'm going to use half my movement to stand. So since I can't get anywhere else, I'm going to move here.
Remove prone from you.
And I'm going to strike at this blood zombie.
Didn't your thing give you like radiant damage or something? Your channel divinity?
No, it gave me the effect. It gave me a burst of plus 10 feet of speed, and it gives me the effect of a
To attack,
spell.
like bless spell. Yeah, gotcha.
For if only if people attack that rely on dex.
So you and Quint.
Eh?
Dex related attacks. It doesn't apply for strength attacks. His thing.
Ooh.
Well, that easy hit.
All right, and that will do it for me as I stand up and sort of move over, slashing out with my sword. I'm just watching the sister more than I am the zombie.
The sister seems to be completely ignoring you.
Alright, I'm gonna try to take out this guy that's been evading me a little bit.
You drop him.
And then, oh, this guy's so close to being dead. I want to go over and help my friends, but I want to get rid of this guy. Alright, and then I'm gonna head over here and just like taunt Sister Akava a little bit and be like, take on somebody your own size.
She is.
Well, I guess I am going to use my bonus action to disengage. And I'm going to get away from this chick.
Okay.
But I think I want to go... right here. Oops, hold on. No, cancel that. Not delete token. Why should I be able to delete token? I should not be able to delete my own token. That is so stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna go to there, and I'm gonna shoot, and then but I'm gonna continue moving after I'm done. But let me give her a longbow shot.
Okay.
And I think I think I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna roll well. So roll well, roll well. Pfft, crap. I was gonna use my inspiration, but I didn't. And then I'm gonna move down the hallway. Actually, just one square right there.
Okay. Your arrow just kind of bounces off her armor, and as you're looking at it, you notice where your arrow kind of struck and bounced, there's this dull reddish glow that stays there for just a moment.
Hmm.
Customer support bot.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stand up. And then I'm gonna try to kill this blood zombie.
Does he stand up like all weird, like his legs go up first and then the rest of his body goes brrrr?
Yeah, it's like he's unfolding.
Transformer.
Oops, sorry.
Well, just
I did the
roll to
wrong
hit.
button.
Roll to hit first and then you'll
Yeah.
see.
Roll the hit.
Ah, you gotta subtract. Oh, it hit. Nice.
He's not very hard to hit. He has an AC of 10.
I can still miss. I'll rise to any challenge.
Don't make the bot come to a challenge.
Sister Alcava turns around and looks at Tarian with a big smile on her face. Great mother. We only need a small vat for this one. As she is her.
Might have left their lantern here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know whose lantern it is.
That's the unnamed
As she looks
lantern of revealing.
swings her mace of destruction at you. And hits you.
Everybody gets a turn, Terry.
For 8 points of damage, which you resisted half of the 17 she had initially dealt out. Thankfully, it wasn't a crit. And blink.
All right. First, let's do temporary hit points before I forget. Ah, boo.
You're giving her temporary hit points, right?
Yeah. I missed, though, and I accidentally gave them to my allies. Sorry.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, maybe next time. And then the cannon's going to move through blink space and then up to there to try to get closer to everybody. And then Blink's going to again try to shocking grasp this blood zombie to death so that it goes away.
That is a hit.
Yes.
This time, the blood zombie just explodes in electrified blood and leaves a large wet patch all over the floor.
Blink tries to like catch a lot of it, he turns his shield sideways and like tries to catch some and then pulls it into a vial. Then he stoppers and puts away.
All right, Sister Alcava turns to you, Blink, and says, "Dear goddess, let this little one replace your servant who was just lost. It swings at you with her mace, striking you. You gonna shield?
I think I am gonna shield. I don't know how much damage she's gonna do, and that seems bad.
Okay. What does that bring your AC to?
24.
Okay, so her mace bounces off your magical shield.
Blink sticks out his little kobold tongue at her.
Like through the shield, like on the shield, like. Bleh.
As the sexy skeleton shoots at Tarion again,
I'm too sexy for my sword, too sexy.
who easily dodges out of the way. And you see this cauldron bubble and boil over as this thing crawls out. And manages to get to there before he runs out of movement. And this one right in front of you, customer support bot, he does try to slam into you. He seems confused because there's not any blood to soak up, but he does hit you. And deals a tiny bit of damage. Oh, no, that was not supposed to be for you. Customer support bot, he accidentally applied his temp hit points to you.
That's okay.
There we go.
We'll take them.
And yep. Right, back to the top of the round. Sister Alcava looks at you again, Blink, and says, "Dear goddess, these heathens must bleed." And she begins casting a spell on the two of you and Tarion. And Blink fails his save against Toll the Dead as the loud gong rings through the chamber. And all of it is absorbed.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Atomic Hero Squad. Oh, you bought a custom reward for customer support bot. A potion of heal.
Excellent,
Regular
excellent.
heal. I will drop that on you for you.
Thank you.
It's right here. And I roll better.
Alright, so I'm going to risk the opportunity attack and move 30 feet.
The blood zombie ignores you and is still focused on customer support bot.
Hey, Torpedo, those are
Okay.
in the chat. There's no store. Just click on the little treasure chest. Treasure chest down below chat.
Slash out with her with this. Dang it, I cannot roll over 10 today. If I ever hit her, she'll feel it.
I don't even think she's wounded, is she? I don't think we've hit
No.
her once.
One hit.
19 doesn't hit. And that's all I can do.
All right. Blink.
Yep.
Are you done? Yeah. Okay. Well, so again, before I forget, let's do the temporary hit points with the cannon.
Quint's like, damn it. Stupid
Okay.
cannon. Go slower. Yeah,
Alright,
I
a
would've got
few.
3 more.
And Blink will he's gonna shocking grasp again but this time at Sister Alcava, and because he has allies adjacent to her, he gets advantage on this roll.
Pack tactics.
Yeah, it's what do they actually call it on the kobold now? On this kobold, it's not pack tactics; it's blindsider.
All right. But same thing, same effect.
Yeah, it does basically the same thing. It's not quite as good as pack tactics because it's only once per turn,
Mm.
and that's not going to do it.
Yeah. Again, your shock goes across and kind of spreads over the top of her armor, and it glows red very briefly and then dissipates.
Choppy chop.
Customer support bot chops at this blood zombie, which partially absorbs it
Ugh,
and manages to miss.
I'm good at that. It's my best trait.
I'm too sexy for my sword. Too
Sexy
sexy.
one. Keep shooting at Tarian. Seems fixated on Tarian for some reason, but can't seem to hit him at all.
The sexiest one in our crew. He feels threatened.
I mean, I am running around without hardly any clothing on.
And I keep putting my oil flask on you. Keep you all shiny.
I do like that. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get a whack in here.
Whack-a-mole.
Yes.
So we know our armor class is 23 or 20, 21, 22.
As you smack her, you see this glow of red leap from this cauldron to her, and you don't see even a scratch on her.
Oh, I don't like that.
Did you say it was a cauldron with the holy water in it?
Yes.
You gave her temporary hit points.
How sturdy is this cauldron look? Like, if I whacked at it with my axe, do I think I could break it?
Potentially. You know, I mean, it certainly looks. It's easy enough to hit. Whether you do enough damage to break it is.
To break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Tarian considered doing a gelatinous cube dive ball inside of it? I'm just curious.
No. But if I break it, it's probably gonna spurt all over me. So
That's why I say just jump inside of it, break it from the inside. I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, I'm not gonna jump inside it. I'm gonna go over here though.
Okay.
And so I assume she'll take an attack of opportunity.
She does not. She
She
not
doesn't.
seem concerned in the slightest.
All right, I'm gonna try to whack at this.
Okay. That's an easily hit. For 10 points of damage. So you smash into it and you see a big crack form. But it's not quite broken yet. But it's definitely damaged. You can see little bits of blood are beginning to seep through the crack that you just smashed into it.
So Quint's gonna, after seeing her not take any damage, I think Quint's going to move up 5 so I can see what the hell's going on. And what kind of negatives do I have on that guy? Blood zombie, devious legwork with my bow. -2?
Just 2.
And I could rise up with my boots if I need to, if the ceiling's high enough to get an angle.
Yeah, you can high enough, yeah.
So I'll use my movement to go up to the ceiling and take a shot. So
Okay.
This guy. some damage on him. And does he die? Yes!
This does die. Zombie fortitude. He failed to resist death.
It's my special arrows I have.
As he seeps down into this gelatinous puddle of blood pudding.
And I think I'm done. I think I'm just going to stay there.
All right.
I don't want to get next to her.
Sister Alcava looks up at you and smiles. Great goddess! We have a flyer! She looks almost elated as she casts a spell at you. And points it at you. And your boots flicker. And then you fall to the ground as their magic seems to be gone.
Bitch.
You don't take any damage because you're only 5 feet up, but and customer support bot, here's the final blood zombie climb up out of his cauldron and slurp his way down. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Gets to you and tries to climb inside your chassis.
I'm into it. Come on. There's room.
And he hits you.
Ooh.
Oh, dang. I shouldn't have been into it.
He gets into you and recovers a little bit of temp hit points for himself.
Even though I don't have blood, he's getting temp hit points from damaging me?
Actually, that's a very good point. He shouldn't. Let me read that attack trait again. You are correct, because he only gains that when he drains blood. And let me remove those temp hit points from him. He does not get temp hit points. He's very confused.
He gets a mouthful of freaking oil.
Yeah. Sister Alcava looks around her. My God.
She has a disadvantage from Torpedo 62 in chat.
Okay. She says, my goddess, I am surrounded by these heathens. Thank you for this opportunity to fill the vats once again. As she swings at Blink. And swings her mace. With disadvantage, saving Blink from getting hit with a 19.
Yes, thank you.
And maybe saving his life. All right, the noticeably powerless blood zombie finally manages to make it into battle and steps forward and also wants to figure out this bloodless thing that's in front of him. Tries to slam into him and misses. Can't quite figure out where to target because there's no pool of blood to aim for.
All right. I guess I'll try to keep these guys busy and die in the process.
Fleshy. Fleshy. Nice hit.
Customer support bot get his heal from the chat.
There's another one?
Yes.
I just
there you
keep
go.
getting hit too, so it's
You
kind of
got
a
9
wash.
points.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
Okay, wounding this thing, your great sword is just dripping with blood, kind of thick congealed blood that's sticking to it. If you're not careful, it's going to get slippery.
My chassis contains a little washing machine I can put my weapons in, sterilizes them. A lot of UVB comes out, though. I'd probably have given my party cancer.
Is calling out still a free action that we can do anytime? Or do you have to wait for our turn?
No, you can make a brief statement. You can't hold a speech.
Target the vats of blood.
As Sister Alcava goes, and she is going to target Quint and Blink. Oop, I'm not doing that with the right one. Come on. As she casts Toll the Dead again.
I'm gonna use my react. Well, go ahead.
Okay.
If it hits or misses.
And
Okay,
looks like
cool.
both of you succeed on your saving throw, so nothing for her. Quint?
I wanna get away from her, so I am going to disengage as a bonus action. And I'm gonna move. Oh. Yeah. Say to here.
Okay.
How tall are these vats?
Well, there's a crack that I put in, so you might want to go for the area of the crack.
Yeah, I'm trying to help the support bot. You're smashing on this. I'm gonna get rid of one of these.
I see. I thought you were going for the vat.
That's why I'm asking how tall they are. I can shoot over them, okay?
They're about 5-6 feet high. They're pretty big. They were big enough to hold a full human-sized blood zombie.
Well, I could take a shot from here, probably. I don't know, same difference. So negatives?
Uh,
My boots aren't working.
yeah, from there it would be like a -5. If you took one step north, you'd have no negatives.
Well, I'm out of movement, aren't I? 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, no, I got another 5 feet.
Yeah, I thought you had another 5 feet. Yeah, from there you're clear.
No problem. Longbow on fleshy. Yeah, I'll just finish that guy off for you. Nice.
Thank you.
Also fails to resist death with that DC 22.
I know he was wounded. I'm like, I can wound the other one, or I can definitely probably drop this one. So, and Quint is done.
Sexy skeleton shoots at Tarian again, fixated on you for some reason.
We're going to look down, and every one of those arrows is going to have like a love note tied to it.
Exactly.
Do you like me? Circle yes or no.
In the arrowhead.
I mean, he could tell at the beginning of the encounter when Tyrion first walked out that he was like, oh, yeah.
All right, Sister Alcava sees those around her, kind of sighs. Ah, great goddess, here we are again. As she targets Blink. And she have you casts a spell. And you fail the saving throw for this spell, and everything goes blank as you are blinded.
Blinded by the.
Yep, I cannot see.
All right. And it's your turn.
All right, now I can still attack her. I just have disadvantage while I'm blinded, right?
Right. And that should be
Great.
automatic.
Well, I still get Blindsider, though, I believe. So I will use that to negate the disadvantage.
The
As long
blinded
as it doesn't say a creature that you can see in the description, you'd be good.
Advantage on attack roll against an enemy within 5 feet of
Yeah.
you if you have an ally that's not incapacitated, also
There you
within
go.
5 feet.
Nice. Within 5 feet.
And that's a hit. As your attack smashes into her, and these red sparks dance across her armor as she smiles again, and you don't see even the slightest scratch on her.
That's fine, because really what I wanted was the can't take reactions part of that anyway. So I will. So Blink is now blinded, but he knows generally where things were. So he will move the cannon and then kind of follow right behind it, and then do some temporary hit points where he thinks people are.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right. And with that, I think this is a good spot to take our 10-minute break. We're not quite at the end of the round. A lot of people in the combat.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. So I'm gonna start a timer for 21:44, and that's just under 10 minutes. And you guys can go away, but you got to come back. You got 10 minutes. Hurry up! Hurry up! I'm gonna put some music on too, and a slideshow.
Were we into that
All
campaign?
right, we're back. Turning the music off. All right. Looks like most of us are back, anyways. I'm eating half of a bagel. Let's do it.
All right, so we are back. We'll pass the turn. And Sister Alcava gets to go again. And she looks up to the statue and shakes her head. Holy Mother, Sif has no place in your temple. And turns around with her mace and swipes at you with her mace. And it bounces off your armor. Tegas.
All right, so I'm going to move 45 feet. And then I'm going to slam Sif Justice into this vat.
Okay. That's an easy hit.
There we go. All right, and I wanted another ruling, if please.
Mhm.
It says, so I don't know how literal you're going to be. If you're going to be like Drake's Eldritch Blast rule, am I able to smite this vat
It
of
is not a creature.
blood?
Yeah, it is not a creature. It is just an object.
Now, what if I'm trying to hit the blood zombie that's inside it, and it's just in the way between me and this blood zombie?
There is no blood zombie inside it, unfortunately. He crawled out.
All right, I tried.
Otherwise, that might work. That might.
I can crawl in one. I don't need to breathe.
Yeah, well, have a Blink. Get your cannon in here.
At least we know they're not mimics. At least we know that.
They are not blood vat mimics.
Because then you would be able to target there.
So it is magical, if that helps. But there you go. I'll slam into it, and
Okay. You slam
that's all I can do.
Nice crack across the surface of the stone.
I don't know why it jumped
Wait.
me back across the.
Which one did you just hit?
Why did it jump me back? There we go.
Okay.
That's weird.
Alrighty. Sister Alcava looks up to the sky. Holy goddess, they will not escape you again. And
This guy's out here.
he targets you and Tyrion, who is near her, with another Toll the Dead. Rings out as you
both
both
succeeded.
succeed. So it does nothing. Tyrion.
All right, I'm gonna keep going on this vat that I right at the crack. Try to bring my battle axe down on it.
Okay, that's easy a hit.
I have a point of order when she's done.
Okay. So you smash into this vat, and your axe just kind of widens that crack up, and the stone begins to crumble, and this large quantity of liquid blood just gushes forward and spills all over the floor. And you see these little magical energy arcs kind of spark and jump and then dissipate. And you see this kind of reddish mist stream from Sister Alcava and kind of get sucked into the blood that's now pooled all over the floor.
All right, I liked the look of that. With my second attack, I'm going to try to go after her. See how that goes. Oh, that's okay. I was going to use my inspiration and I forgot to say it. I don't know if you're want me to wait till next time.
No, you can go ahead.
Double.
You're supposed
Doesn't
to roll
matter.
something different.
Double fours.
Can we use a
So,
red fate chip? Can we use a fate chip?
Sif can do whatever she wants because she's a goddess, and she may want to help us out here. But that saving throw I made would have only been a 14 because that burst of speed only affects Dex saving throws, not all saving throws. So that
That's
plus 4 I got would not be there.
okay. We'll remember that for next time. All right, Blood Zombie tries to jump on customer support bot and slam him. It can't seem to hit anything. Those gears just keep getting in the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna help out customer support bot again. We're gonna burn an arrow.
Easy hit. Okay, moderately wound Blood Zombie.
Quint's gonna move right there.
Okay.
Kind of peeks around the corner a little bit. What's the red? Is that light or something reflecting? What is that?
I don't
What's
see
the color of
anything
the map? Like a red V right here.
That's like a shadow of the light. It's because this light here is reddish. You're getting kind of some reflected reddish light.
John, at the end of the previous round, should I have had a save against blindness? That's what the
Absolutely should have, yes. Let me. This will apply for last round. Which you failed.
I thought an 8. I was like, that's pretty good. All right, so Blink can't see now. How do you work blindness? Like, can I still target creatures I'm not adjacent to?
For a ranged attack?
Yeah. Or not.
She has verbal diarrhea, just spewing at the mouth constantly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like you constantly can hear her because she never shuts up.
It's targeting something unless like a spell or something says that you can see. Right.
All
It's
right.
only in spells where it says creatures that you can see.
All right. Well,
Ranged.
in that case, Blink, since he can't see much, but he has a pretty good idea where Sister Alcava is. He's gonna try to shoot a firebolt at her just to see, you know, if nothing else, maybe it'll annoy her.
Yeah, and teach Tyrion to get out of the way.
All right. And it goes skipping off her armor again.
All right. But the cannon will still give out its temporary hit points
Does she
to the
actually
two
have
of us right
armor
there.
on? Like
She has scale mail.
scale mail?
Is it like Boris Vallejo scale mail that's like minimal coverage?
Yes, yes.
Nice.
You keep hitting the armor. I don't understand.
There's only 2 scales.
It's like,
All right, and you get the end of your turn. You get your save for this time. So let me
Oh,
do this save
sweet.
against you again, so I don't forget it. Come on. Here we go.
Did we have a picture of her, by the way?
Now that I mentioned that she's half nude, Ben's real interested.
it's only a headshot. It's only
Said
a
Boris
headshot.
Vallejo. I'm a fan of his.
Sorry,
His
I
stuff.
should have shared this at the very beginning.
Oh, nice. Oh, look at the bones.
That is her
Uh,
with her own
That's a
bat.
pretty cool picture.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
her morning star she's been walloping us with too, or her mace.
Oh, yeah, this with that first hit against unnamed or Tegas, that was the worst because she used the channel divinity that does an additional 19 necrotic damage.
Yeah, it was rough.
Her
That
shirt
was-
has some serious static. It's really clicking in ways that defy gravity in sense.
Yeah. All right, blood zombie, still going after the one with no blood. Another swing miss.
Not a brain zombie.
Cannot get through that. And Sister Alcava looks over at Tyrion and Blink and is going to. Oh, you're no longer blinded. You made your save.
Yeah, I removed it.
Yay!
So she's gonna Tyrion and Blink, and she's going to come on. Toll the dead, the both of you. And you both fail. And both take no damage as nothing happens.
Man, that cannon.
Sir,
like-
take us.
It's like bowling with bumpers sometimes.
That's a good analogy.
Especially on
Alright,
the
so I'm-
barbarian because he gets half and half.
So I'm spinning around and trying to slash again right at the same spot I hit before.
Okay.
Ooh.
It
That thing's obliterated.
It is. That thing shatters. Blood kind of pours all over you, staining your vestments with Sif, with blood now all down the front of your shirt, and forms this large pool. And you hear Sister Alcava scream in. It sounds like anger. As again, you see this red mist flow away from her and into the spilled blood.
Alright, and I'm going to try to get behind this vat, put it between her and I, so hopefully she can't see me. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Blink says, "Wait, save some for me."
All right, I'm gonna see if trying to hit her does anything again.
All right.
He looks back as another one smashes.
Well,
and he's
that's
like,
gonna hit.
Now, smack.
That will hit. A crit. Doing 21 damage. Still doing nothing to her.
All right, well then I'm gonna try to. I mean, do I need to go around that vat that's been emptied, or can I just go over it?
You can. Well, the crack is all on one side. You'd have to go around to.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still.
You can still get
It
there.
doesn't
like-
matter. It's the
Yeah,
same.
I
it's
still can
the
get there just fine. It
It's
doesn't
the
matter.
same movement.
So, all right, so I'll try to use my second attack to hit this. Does she do an attack of opportunity on me?
She does not.
All right, I'll go after this vat.
All right, you swing that and damage it. Wait. Yep, you're good. Customer support bot.
You can do it. Oh,
Just over here grinding on blood zombies.
critical.
At
That means he's got like 2 hit points.
least he isn't healing when he drains me of my delicious oil.
That is true.
It is Newman's own Italian dressing. That is what I'm lubricated with.
That's
All
some good.
right.
That's some good salad dressing right there. Some Newman's own. Yeah.
Profits to charity.
So she looks over at Tarian and makes another comment to the blood goddess that I can't think of right at this moment. I only had so
about
many.
impetulance. Something about impetulance.
Yeah. Something about being short. And casts a spell on Tarian. And what's the
I'm surprised there hasn't been any like B negative jokes yet.
and
Looks like she had me targeted too.
oh, well, you both blink failed, but it doesn't matter because he wasn't targeted. So nothing happens.
Can we see? Is she using a focus item?
You don't. She's not using any kind of focus item. She just has her mace in her hand, and then she occasionally will wiggle her fingers and cast a spell. She just seems to be going, I think you've obviously noticed, far more frequently than you think she should be.
Well, I don't think you would be using some extension if you didn't need to either. So.
Yeah, this one was an interestingly writ combat scene. I'll tell you about it after her. So she actually goes again because she's crazy like that. And
Legendary and probably layer actions. She's all up in them.
Try that same thing again on Tarian. This time Tarian fails, as Tarian is now paralyzed as she casts Hold Person on Tarian.
I don't like that.
So she is held in place. Put that on her. And Sexy Skeleton is still focused on Tarian for absolutely no reason. So at a -2, she's gonna.
That's what seduction does.
He's just totally fixated. With advantage, she hits Tarian for 0 damage. Those darn temp hit points.
We should never kill the sexy skeleton and let it just follow us for the rest of the campaign. Like
Just shooting
purposely shooting at Tarian and missing,
well, I'll
doing
sneak
no damage.
I'll sneak arrows into its quiver that don't do any damage. You know, they're like plastic tipped.
On tip.
Slide them in there. Twang, twang.
And at the top of the round, it is Sexy Skeleton again, shooting at Tarian.
How many arrows this damn skeleton actually got?
Obviously not enough, because he can't miss. He can't hit at all. So Tarian, you are paralyzed. So I think you get a save.
Yeah, it's on there. Save ends. Wisdom DC 15.
Yeah, so that's already applied to you. So that'll automatically roll. at the end of your turn.
Can Tyrion at least go? "Rrrr"?
And you fail, so you are still paralyzed, and somehow we skipped Certegas. So Certegas, it is now your turn.
Alrighty, so I'm going to see. This is round 6, right? So I'm going to slash into this thing one more time.
Oh, it was almost a crit.
That's a hit.
Dirty 20 is good enough.
Yeah, with an AC of 10, a dirty 20 is definitely good enough.
All right, and as my speed fades, this is the end of round 6. I will say a prayer of thanks to Sif and turn it off. There we go.
All right. First, Blink will have the cannon give out some temp hit points. And then Blink will move up to this vat, skirting around like all the stuff in between. And then he's not very strong, but you know, he's gonna take a look at this thing, and you know, there's already a crack in there from where Tyrion hit it once. So I don't know. Does he think he could like you know, jam his crowbar in there or something to maybe widen this crack and burst it open?
Sure. He could make a strength check with advantage. Because
Okay.
By the way, these red things braziers?
Yes. These
Are they actual fire or just a spell?
fire. They're
They actually
actual.
There's light actually coming off of them.
Yep, they are giving off light.
Yep, they're flickering and everything. It's pretty cool.
And with advantage because he's
Oh.
got a crowbar.
Yep. So that is good. Give me a D8.
All right.
All right. So with that, you crack this thing open, and the stone, you know, pries and kind of resists you for a second, and then fully breaks and gushes forward onto the floor. Give me just a second to make those changes. Okay. And again, you see the same thing happen with the blood mist coming out from her and dissipating, and she seems to be very frustrated right now.
Good.
She looks like she's concentrating too.
That she is, on Tyrion.
All right.
Finally.
Nice.
So annoying.
Blood zombies finally go down.
So which vat is left? Sorry.
That's the only one left.
Okay. I'm gonna, as I go over there, I'm gonna say to Sister Alcava, I'm gonna ask her why she prays to her god, but only cares about her vats. I'm not gonna make it very far, but I'll get that far, and then with multi-attack, can I do a crossbow attack too? Sorry. Or is it just one weapon?
Well, you'd have to drop your sword to the ground and draw the crossbow, and then you could make one shot with it. Without crossbow expert, you can't do multiple shots with a
never mind. Sorry.
You could throw your sword.
Oh yeah, I'll do that because that's awesome. Can I do that? Sorry. I mean, it's also very stupid. So.
You're running
but
right.
it's so
You're running right
cool.
to it.
Can I give customer support bot my point of inspiration on this attack for doing something awesome?
Absolutely.
All right. This is actually where it would be better if it hit like hilt first because it's blunt. But
It's a great sword. The whole thing's blunt.
oh yes,
Critical hit. All right, roll damage. As with that
Damn.
point of inspiration, giving you that critical hit, you throw your sword and it manages to smack right into it and embed itself, blade first, stuck in the stone. And you see that crack. There must have been some kind of flaw or something in the stone, because the whole stone begins to crack and then it falls apart in two perfectly even halves. And now there's these two halves of the thing laying on the floor, and the blood is spilling out everywhere. And Sister Alcava screams bloody murder at that.
aha.
Is it like an anime where the vat splits in half and then blood just like shoots straight up and everywhere, like way more blood than could ever be in that vat?
Tarantino Kill Bill.
Ceiling, yeah.
Well, Quint's gonna smile and look over at Sister Alkaiba and say, "Let's see if anything's protecting you now." And I'm gonna use my inspiration to gain advantage on this shot with my bow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use one of the. Do I still have some of those other arrows?
Your hyena teeth, or
Yeah, let me see if I hit, then I'll figure out if. Right there on her. Ooh.
well, a 27 will definitely hit.
Plus 4. Or plus 3.
Plus an additional 3. Okay. Well,
And
you can.
then
That definitely affected her. There's an arrow now sticking out of her chest, and blood is oozing down. And Tarian, you are no longer paralyzed, as her concentration was broken.
and Quint's gonna he's gonna move towards the cannon. Like there. He never picks the right spot, but
All right, Sister Alcava is going to go, and she is going to target Tarian and customer support bot.
hey, what's up, Caesar? Thanks for the subscription. 4 months in a row. Nice.
Nice. Toll the dead. She tolls the both of you.
Oh, both of them
Fail.
fail.
Doing minimal damage. 2d12, and she rolls a 3.
Where is your god now?
And then she begins moving towards the door here. She moves there and opens the door and takes a step through it. She didn't have enough movement to close the door behind her.
Hotel, where the hell did you go? Talking to Caesar.
And as she walks through the door, you hear her say something. And this second door opens, and you see something come out of the second door.
Jingo, thank you for the 200 biddies. What's up, the ship of fools?
As you see this thing come running out, and it runs up. Let's see where he gets to. It's going to run up to Tarian. And it's
50
this kind of
biddies.
emaciated looking creature. It's got kind of grayish skin. Its clothes are in tatters. And it targets Tarian. And first off, tries to slash at you with its claws. And misses, and then tries to jump and bite at you. And this also misses. He kind of loses his balance as he makes his attack.
It's all that oil I covered you with.
Quint's going to do some janky movement to there, and he's gonna do a longbow shot at her. Using his longbow. But he's gonna try to do a pinning shot. She's got that long freaking gown dragging behind her. I'm gonna try to pin her ass to the ground.
All right.
Yes.
That is a hit.
So let's see. The target must make a strength saving throw. The DC is. Doesn't say what the DC is. It just says a strength saving throw. What the hell?
All right. You fire the arrow at her. It does hit, and you see the arrow kind of go right through her gown and then down into her boot, and then embed itself into the cobblestones beneath her boot.
Nice. That's.
And they were Jimmy Choo's.
And then I'll take a bonus action to hide. Yeah, right. In the bright ass room.
Sexy Skeleton is still fixated on Tarian. Still going to get a -2 because he's now shooting through the vampire spawn. And still can't hit anything.
All right, I'm going to dash and make a beeline right for her. I know I'm going to get an opportunity attack from that sexy skeleton, but hopefully it's just a slap on the ass.
Oh, you could juke around him.
It's holding a bow. It's not going to.
Oh, it's true.
Oh no, I'm just role playing. My robot's an idiot and just a straight line solution kind of guy.
Yeah, this thing has only one purpose in life right now, and that's to try and shoot Tarian. And he sucks at it.
It's that tiny little bow that shoots heart arrows.
That's because he keeps looking at
Cupid.
himself in his little mirror he's got. I'm sexy.
All right, I don't like this vampire spawn, so I'm gonna go after him, even though I'd love to go after, the sister. So. And I'll take a second whack at him.
Meanwhile, you're both standing in an ankle-deep puddle of its gravy.
Yes.
You're basically all covered with ranch dressing from its perspective.
Like the good shit too, like Hidden Valley, not no craft. Kansas.
If I get one more salad dressing reference, I get a payment. So
I'm going to move up a total of 70 feet.
70 feet.
Sif, goddess of meth.
Since my speed went out, it would have been 90 had it not. I'm going to grab his sword as I go, dragging it along, and I'm going to hand him drop the sword at his feet.
Oh, thanks. I had it. I was just gonna hug her, I guess. I forgot about it.
The Blinkinator.
All right. The cannon's just gonna do some temporary hit points and stay where it is. I think.
Why did I move away from it?
It's fine there.
I always move away from the stupid thing.
Here, the cannon will move to around the vampire spawn, and then
Between
it
the
will give out
legs.
temporary
Oh,
hit points.
nice. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, max hit
maximum.
points too.
Nice.
And then Blink will take
Whoa.
a double move,
like
and make his way all the way down to there, so that he is next to Sister Alcava.
All right.
Gang pile on her.
That room.
Got some eyes wide shut stuff going on inside.
What's going on in that room? So I'm going to describe the room to you. The doors that you are standing in front of depict the Red Goddess at the head of an elaborate blood procession. And inside this room, there is a large domed chamber. And it features a concave floor with rivulets of blood carved into the stone that lead to a central drain. There are 8 tall metal cylinders about the height and circumference of a large man, hanging on chains suspended from the domed ceiling. Space remains between the bottom of each cylinder and the highest point of the curved floor, where the carved channels begin. Blood drips from holes in each cylinder's base, pooling beneath it, flowing down the rivulets and into the central drain. And walking kind of around the room is a clockwork automaton, moving from one cylinder to the next, prodding each with a long wooden pole so that it swings upon its chain.
Do
And
I
you
know
can
him?
hear screams coming from inside each of the things when it pokes at it.
It's your cousin, customer Pokebot.
And this is what the automaton looks like.
Oh, it looks like an
Whoa.
angry parrot.
Why don't we get one of those? Can we trade our support bot in on something cool like that?
Blink, you think you recognize one of these?
Yeah, they had these at that other city that we went to, right?
Grisol,
Yeah.
that dwarven city. You saw one of these.
Oh, that sounds bad. But he, for the moment, he ignores that and he turns to Sister Alcava and he just says, like, kind of nods at her and says, "This is a pretty nice, like, torture room you've got here. I mean, I've seen better, but this one's pretty good."
It's like Blade, which I don't know which Blade movie it was, but I remember.
That was the first one with where they had the blood rivulets and he was trying to turn into the super vampire thingy.
Yeah. Like,
My favorite thing about those movies will always be how much Wesley Snipes hated making them.
All right. So what is she gonna do? She doesn't like seeing the two of you so close, so she is gonna target the two of you with a Toll the Dead.
Save me, Rava.
And you,
Ugh, Rava, you suck.
Wait, he wasn't supposed to target customer. Oh yeah. So customer support bot failed, and he is injured. So he will take
Oof.
the damage because of those. Did he have 10 hit points?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Some 10 hit points. But she's stuck. She can't move her foot. The vampire spawn is going to go after Tyrion. First again, trying to swipe at with the claws. And hitting. Slashing at... not roll the damage? Come on. Who resists all of the damage and then jumps out and tries to bite onto you. And manages to hit, sucking some blood right out of you. And you are now grappled as this thing latches onto your shoulder, and his mouth is just got a big old chunk of your muscle right up here in your shoulder, and starts shaking his head, trying to bite through your armor.
I don't have armor on.
Your tough skin. Trying to bite through your tattoo.
He barely has clothes on, let's be honest.
He has to
All
bend
right.
way down to do it too.
Yeah. All right. Blink is gonna try to shocking grasp Sister Alcava. And he has advantage because his ally is next to her. Nice.
That definitely hits.
All right. Oh, that's pretty good.
She is looking wounded now.
Ortega clears his throat behind him.
And Blank, like, it's kind of moves out of the way, and he's like, "Oh, here you go." And he'll step up a little bit into the room, which might be a mistake, but we'll find out. And then the cannon will give out some temporary hit points to the people he's close to. Still.
Wait. So Quint is gonna move like a dece to there.
Okay.
And you probably saw it, but Quint has advantage from the chat.
I do. I'm gonna take advantage of that advantage right now, and I'm gonna pull out one of my 10 fire arrows, and as a bonus action in the brazier in front of me, I'm gonna light it on fire, and then I'm gonna shoot this vampire in the face.
Alrighty.
Sick.
It doesn't. I don't have. They're not coded, so I'm just gonna shoot.
Lucky 13.
And it does one more point of fire damage. So.
One more point. Okay.
Yeah.
Burns off one of his eyebrows. Now he looks like an idiot.
Like an idiot.
All right. So he takes more point of fire damage. His little bits of clothing that he's got remaining on is singed. And you do see fangs in his mouth as from where he's latched onto Tyrion.
Well, Quint's thinking the fire damage might stop regeneration, but he doesn't know. Maybe radiant? That's his turn.
All right. I'm gonna scoop up my greatsword and go about trying to kill this lady. Actually, as I scoop it up, I'm gonna walk around her to be on that side,
Right.
next to I'm sure a screaming box of tortured person. So
It's relatively quiet, just a steady drip of blood. It's the ones that the thing is actively whacking that are making the most noise.
Ugh. Well, at least I'll serve as a wall, I guess. Until she destroys me. Oh god. And as a free action, I want to shout out at that guy, sudo rm-rf/. Does it work? Did she stay logged in accidentally? Is she still?
So you see this thing kind of move its way around the room, smacking each cage as it moves along. It doesn't really seem to be paying any attention to any of you.
Working on the chain gang.
Yup. As this thing, as you watch it, you notice some of its wounds heal as it continues to attack Tarian, slashing at you with his claws, tearing you open a little bit, and then continuing his bite on you, which also hits. You feel some vitality being sucked out of you, but those temp hit points by that cannon has once again kept you from actually feeling any effect.
That cannon is insane.
VIP all-star player, the only important member of our team.
Well, I
Oh,
used to
yeah.
say Bless was the best, but not anymore. There's a little cannon that's on the floor.
Right?
Yeah,
I
I
feel
feel-
like the stuff Blink does is like secondary to what the cannon does.
Yeah, right?
So this guy's right on me, so I feel like I'm just gonna, whack straight back. I shouldn't be able to miss this. Ah!
You
Wait,
tempted
you're
the
a
gods.
halfling. How come it didn't
What?
re-roll?
You do hit.
Oh, it did. It did. Nice. Perfect.
Rolled a 1, and because you're a halfling, it re-rolled, and you nailed him.
Like I said, I shouldn't be able to miss.
So I'm trying to visualize this. This thing's latched onto your shoulder, and you're swinging your axe at it.
Well, it's down on one knee like you would hug your
Hug your child.
10-year-old son. Yeah. Mhm. All right. Finally, I get to slide up,
Into her DMs.
and I'm going to slash this justice as I say a silent prayer.
No, you should shout it. You're in her temple. Just desecrate this thing. Reverse desecrate? I don't know how that works.
You slash, and it scrapes across her scale mail. No red glow this time.
And I am going to go ahead and say a quick prayer and do divine favor again. It's a bonus action. I wanted to. We had done some studying on this Fellforge, and it's the thing that has the wraith in it. I also have a book on undead that I've been studying. Is this thing considered an undead, or is it only construct? Because I have spells that affect undead but not constructs, like protection from
is
evil and things like that. Okay, thank you.
Is both a construct and undead.
Oh. Sister.
Sister is not super happy.
She wasn't happy.
She's also running out of spells because she's been casting so many.
No, big mood. I know how that's like.
So she is going to customer support bot and Certegas, who seem to cause problems. She's going to toll the dead on you. She can't break out, so it looks like customer support bot fails.
That's what I'm best at.
Taking a tiny bit of damage. She can't break free. Now, Sexy Skeleton's still going for Tyrion. Gotta hit him one of these days.
Can you make an extension real quick that automatically makes a Sexy Skeleton attack Tyrion every round, no matter what?
Just automatic.
Even if there wasn't one before, one appears.
Somehow Sexy Skeleton got skipped over at the top of the round. And so she's gonna... Sexy Skeleton's gonna shoot Tyrion again and absolutely cannot hit anything. Quinn.
Well,
That character is my favorite NPC we've ever encountered.
it doesn't look like Quint's fire arrows are doing anything to this thing, does it?
The fire itself doesn't really seem to be reacting to.
So he's not gonna waste one. He's just gonna shoot it with a regular arrow, like this.
That's a hit.
Oops.
As this thing goes down.
And then he's gonna move over here and then kick the brazier over on top of the body. I don't know. Like spill it.
Okay.
I don't know. If I don't, as a bonus action, I don't know. As a bonus
Yeah.
action, I
Sure.
kick
You can
that
push it
thing
over.
over there. Spill some fire on it. Quint's like,
Alright.
I don't know if it's dead. It's
The thing is still latched onto your shoulder. You're not grappled. Its jaw
It's-
locked and it's not.
I'm just gonna be fine with that. And I'll
Watch out for those hot coals.
I'll try to just no, I'm just gonna bypass the Sexy Skeleton. And I'm just gonna do double move.
Okay. You run over there. You pull this vampire spawn along with you.
And while I'm passing the Sexy Skeleton, I just wink at him.
He tries to wink at you, back at you, but he has no
Dragging
eyelids.
behind the halfling, the scrawny vampire spawn.
All right, Sister Alcava. What's there again? It's going to continue to toll the dead. Customer support bot and Tagos. And again, customer support bot fails.
Ugh. The second I step away, cheater.
For only 4 points of damage. Blink.
All right, let's do the cannon first. Does it even need to give out temporary hit points? No, both
to-
the
it should
cannon and
move.
Quint are at max, so it's gonna move just as much as it can, which is not very far. And then Blink will, he sees customer support bot looking kind of ragged, and he just like starts grabbing like pieces of metal out of his pack and just like attaching them to customer support's body, like just kind of all over in random places. And
Snaps a rivet in. Pink!
he heals him for 11 hit points.
Oh, thank you. I look like a Toyota Corolla with a quarter panel covered in primer, but thanks.
Oh yeah, it's totally mismatched, and exactly what you would expect Blink to have done to you.
And this thing, again, continuing its way around the circle and ends up right there, banging each cage as it kind of goes around, poking at it briefly and then moving on to the next.
Does it give CSB a high five?
It completely ignores CSB. It's doesn't seem quite as intelligent as CSB.
Oh, wow. Oof. Oof for him.
Yes, finally. All right. So, um, as
We have to actually pin your targets to the ground so you can hit them.
exactly. And so I whisper a prayer as my already glowing Sif's justice flares up.
Is that from your robe? Something flaring up from...
You just need some ointment for that.
Or a pill?
Oh, I got something. I can help you out with that.
Holy damage!
Stuff you scraped up from one of the vats, or
No, I made it myself.
Wow.
As my blade slices through
Did you-
her
Did you
armor.
apply that on her? There.
Sure.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, and she does not like that in the least.
Some Sith love in her veins?
Distracted from this fell
He's like-
forward, creeping up behind him.
Blink riveted his elbow too close and he can't swing his sword now. He's like,
Can't fully extend his arms yet.
I'm going to ask her if she's hiring. If she needs another cage poker.
The barbarian's still mad.
Expires. We went a full 10 rounds.
Wow, I am out of rages because I wasn't here, and it seems like we hadn't rested in a couple battles, maybe.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all out of anything that I can do.
Yeah, I think I used your rage one time for 2 rounds. It was silly.
You can
Well, we
open a
didn't-
pickle
we didn't know.
jar.
We didn't know.
Well, I'll go after her still.
Got your ring of mind shielding. You'll be fine.
Yeah. And you can reroll once.
Ah,
I don't know what that roll was. I would have said
Yeah.
re-roll that if that was on my table. That was cocked. But
I'm gonna try
fantasy
one more
rolls.
time.
Can't do it.
Gotta change the dice color.
There's
That-
a hit. Ew, she's got 4
She's-
drops.
Really
4
bad
drops.
now. She's got blood pouring down. Is a critical hit. Come on, do it, do it, do it. As customer support bot swings and decapitates Sister Alcava.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to say that I just kept swinging. I know I missed the second one, but she's dead.
That's all right. She's dead. As I get to play this.
Oh, so we're keeping sexy? We're keeping sexy?
Yeah, he's a new party member.
He's just gonna keep shooting at Terry, and I assumed you're just gonna destroy him.
I think we can just cut his bowstring. He'll just keep doing the motion.
Just sit there.
I'll-
Twang.
I'll pin him to the ground.
No bowstring, no arrows. He literally just follows us around for eternity doing that motion.
Follows Tyrion around.
Yeah,
Ignore-
yeah. So Tyrion wakes up and he's just over him in bed, just pulling back imaginary arrows.
No quiver, nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete sexy skeleton. As we are out of combat right now. So let me turn off token lock so you guys can freely move. What do you guys want to do?
Quinn wants to
This-
make sure this vampire's not getting up.
You check on the vampire and it's dead. This was not a full vampire. This one had a different regeneration. It only regenerates if it has at least 1 hit point. Once it hits 0, it doesn't regenerate.
Now that we're
Yeah.
out of combat, I'm gonna dislodge it from my shoulder.
That's why Quinn's coming after it because it was dragged across the battlefield. thing hanging on like.
What do I remember about these Fellforged, John? Like,
So
mostly.
Go ahead.
Mostly what Blink wants to know is because he wants to, obviously there are people, in these things that need rescuing, but he doesn't want to just start opening these things if this Fellforged might attack him or something like that.
So
Well,
what you remember of the Fellforged is they were initially forged by the dwarves of the Black Canton, right? They use their processes to bind a wraith inside of the armor. And you were told at the time that there were some that the vampire priestesses had learned how to convert so that they then obeyed and followed them. And so you don't really know. You can see that this thing is behaving very consistently. Like its action didn't vary one bit despite all of the combat and everything going around that you saw. It just goes cage by cage, smacking it, making sure the blood is flowing, cage by cage, smacking it, and working its way around in a circle. You can't tell that it even is aware that you are in the room.
Do I know of any way other than just combat to disable one of these things?
So
the
you
remote control
and
off button, like.
Tegas, give me a religion check to see if your studies have covered that yet.
I just like rolling all checks because my character is such garbage.
And you both roll a 7. So yeah, you're not sure. It obviously was under the control of Sister Alcava. She gave it orders, but you're not sure how to either distract it or dissuade it or what you might do to affect it without, straight up attacking it.
Didn't Blink get a roll?
I did not roll. Should I roll as well?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You asked the question. All right. Well, Blink, you remember that the Fellforged have that wraith bound in them, and maybe this will cause combat, but by using the clerical ability of turning undead, you can break up the binding, and it will release the wraith, but the Gearforged or the Fellforged will cease to work.
So, Tegas, do you have any uses of that left?
I do not. I can after an hour. If we can rest for an hour.
It seems to be caught in a programming loop. I think we're okay.
These poor people in these cages might disagree, but if that's the best case,
Blank
best
robot
chance
face.
I mean, if that's the best chance we have of rescuing them, I don't want to fight that thing.
Are the people alive in the cages?
You can hear most of the cages when he smacks it makes noise. Several of them don't, and the blood appears to be slowing. Like 3 of the 8 don't make noise. 5 of the 8 still make noise.
If they don't survive, they won't be mad at us for not saving them.
Well, should we take a short rest?
Is it
Amongst the
clear?
screaming coffins.
Is it clear how to open these things?
Yeah, there's a latch at the base of each one. They don't appear locked, at least, but there's no access to the latch from while you're inside, obviously.
I know we tried just taking someone out
So-
of the ones he's not swinging.
Right. I'm gonna wait till he prods one, and as soon as he prods it, then I'm going to open it and take a person out. One of the ones that's alive.
All right. So with that,
Whoops.
We're gonna do that because as soon as you touch the cage and yank open the thing, and were you doing one of them that was making noise or not?
Yes.
One.
Yep.
Okay. You yank open this lever, and the bottom of the cage kind of falls out, and you see this naked, covered in blood body just kind of slumped to the ground, and there are wounds, hundreds and hundreds of wounds all over his body, and he's just bleeding. And so we are gonna, let me roll initiative for the NPCs, and we'll start up at the top. So Sir Tegas, you get to go first.
All right. So if I see this thing reacting, then I'm going to.
The second you touch the lever, it turns around and looks straight at you.
Okay. So then I will turn to Quint and say, "Grab this body," and I'm going to move out of the room. I can't go any more than that. Actually, no. I'm going to double move, and get my sword out and turn around.
All right. The cannon's gonna move and give out some temp hit points before anything else happens. Yep, everybody's within range. And then Blink takes a look at this thing, and he's just gonna shoot a firebolt at this Fellforged.
Okay.
And just miss. Yeah, he'll just stay right there.
All right. Customer support bot.
I don't like to fight other robots. I got into this because I thought I could kill meat things with like random aplomb.
You slice into this thing, and your blade clangs off of its metal. You are wounding it. Doing.
Not great damage, but I'm actually hitting, so I'm proud of myself.
It's a good thing you have that. Is that Great Weapon Master? It re-rolled both ones.
Oh yeah. I had to do that because I'm utter garbage.
Tyrion.
All right. Well, I'm not so sure this was a great idea, but I'm going to help my friends. So we'll move up. So you have to approve my move before I can, get in. I'll take it.
All right.
Max damage.
Nice.
Quint's gonna look down at the body and look back at Tegas and say, "Do you want me to bring this guy out of here, or do you want me to fight?" Hello? Do we lose Sven?
I'll say, go ahead and fight. I thought we were gonna run.
Alright, well, Quint's gonna to join in over here, drawing out his short sword as he comes in. And dips into that space there. He didn't have his bow out because he was trying to help get a body out of a cage. Short sword. On this guy. Ooh.
That's a hit as you slam into some of his gears, mess up some of his gearing.
And as a bonus action, I am going to disengage, and then I'm going to move back.
Okay. All right, so this thing finally gets to go, and let me approve your move. And it moves north just one space, and then you notice some of his gears and flywheels are spinning faster and faster, and his body is starting to rattle and shake, and he seems to partially explode as some of the gears and things come flying out of his body as if it's being pushed way beyond what they were intended for. And so the three of you give me a dexterity saving throw. And two of you succeed, but Quint, you don't manage to dodge as one of these large gear pieces comes flying and smashes you right in the face.
I want to use a reaction.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's all absorbed. As your temporary hit points keep you from being hit by a gear in the face.
Right, but I get to keep some of my temporary hit points because I used uncanny dodge.
Yeah. Tyrion.
All right, we'll just keep going after him.
All right, so since no one followed me, going back in. And actually, I'm going to move one more and slash at this thing.
Okay.
Again, saying quick prayer to Sif. And as it hits, now this thing counts as undead. Hopefully, it will work. We'll see.
It should, yes.
All right, and as it slashes through, almost ignoring the metal, and as you hear the wraith inside scream out and
All right. It seems to be the cool thing to do. So Blink runs straight up to this thing, and then just takes his wand and just like jabs it inside. Like where some of its armor is fallen away, and tries to shocking grasp it almost from like inside of its body.
And that's a nice hit. It's a big lump of metal, so there's plenty of things to shock. And he partially resists some of that.
But he also can't take reactions, so I will move away because I'm a big chicken.
I thought you were a big lizard.
Yeah, I thought you were more like a dragon. Aren't you a little dragon?
Yeah, exactly. And the cannon will give out some temp hit points.
All right, so this thing really did not like what just happened to him, and it turns and it attacks you, Tegas, with his fists, these giant metal fists, and he swings one at you, critically hitting you. Punching you as this necrotic wave of energy slams into you, and then turns around and punches at Tarian with a second one. Also hitting Tarian, doing a whole bunch of damage that was mostly absorbed, and then he begins to see his gears spin up and whir, and all right. What timing? So he begins to spin and whir, and he explodes again, but he within that range. He's going to make a saving throw.
Caesar bought the unnamed a potion of healing.
All right. Do you want that before or after I roll damage?
I'll take it after.
As
bringing-
damage explodes out into everybody, and one of the little pieces of gear is actually not a gear. It's actually like there's a small, soft, fluffy thing that flies out, and who's it targeting? Quint. And it flies out, goes right over Tegas's head, and lands right in Quint's face. And when you go to pull it away from your face, you notice that it was the butt end of a monkey. And he just smacked you right in the face with the butt end of the monkey and leaves this brown smear down your face. As the monkey looks up and then scrambles off into the other room.
Clyde, the Pusling monkey brought to you by Caesar. We almost got through the whole session without Clyde.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a first.
Quint, well, he's gonna pull out his dagger and he's gonna dip in here. So he'll move over here and he's gonna attack this thing. Doing his short sword first. And that's a miss. And then his dagger. Which is a crit. Nice.
Very nice. Sneak attack crit. Come on, you can kill it. One hit.
As I do 33 points of damage with my offhand dagger.
You killed it by
Oh.
4.
Now we just have to fight the Wraith inside, right?
Actually, that was minus 4 points. He's not dead.
Well, that would have put him at 0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I didn't do it offhanded.
That's all
So,
right.
I
And
wouldn't
the
have my
Wraith
streak
does not
bonus.
come out unless you turn it. So you end up fighting the Wraith instead of the whole thing. And so you guys win. Congratulations.
We
That
went
was a
D&D. Yay!
3 hour great long combat.
Well, we just got it all over with at once. We didn't want to take a short rest and then, have to do it all again and stuff. Just clean out the whole top level.
You did manage to keep 5 of these people alive, so congratulations.
I thought we did pretty dang good moving damage
Did.
around and keeping people off of each other and
So her deal, Sister Alcava, she had, for each of the vats, she got an extra action each turn. One on initiative 20, one on 15, one on 10, and one on 5. And then her regular turn on top of that. So that's why she was casting so much. And for each vat you broke, she lost one of those.
And did
She
she
also got,
dispel magic on my boots?
she did.
So
It's
they're-
not permanent.
Oh.
It's not permanent. It's 24
That's not-
hours. Long rest, it'll be back.
Okay. I was like, is it permanent? I'm gonna wear these boots until the wings fall off.
Each vat gave her 25 temp hit points and a +1 to AC.
Wow. Yeah.
She
I
was
had
at
a
20 for beginning.
last Wednesday night. I had an NPC who could concentrate on 2 spells at the same time and could not lose concentration due to taking
Ooh.
damage. So it was rough.
That's rough.
Oh yeah, that stinks.
Wow. All that homebrew crap you guys come up with. I just run shit out of the
That's
monster
not
manual.
homebrew. That's right out of Monster Manual.
This
Is it
one
really?
was
Elder Night Hag.
This is
wow.
Elder Night Hag. I love playing hags because I just like talking like a hag.
She
Well,
was
that's
rough.
it. We're done. We're done. We're gonna get the flock out of here. Let's go raid Rob. Actually, let's go raid Engorgio.
Yeah.
Somebody, let's go raid
Yeah.
Engorgio.
Thank
and
you,
then
Medic Fury. Appreciate it, John.
Yeah, thank you, man.
and
Yeah,
somebody
thanks.
can buy Clyde over there. Maybe let's do that. All right, guys. Say goodbye. Goodbye. We're gonna go raid. Chat, stick around.
Bye.
We're raiding in just a minute. So in 7, 6, 5, 9 viewers, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raid now. Raiding. See ya.